This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only.
The US claims that North Korea is helping Syria build a nuclear reactor. The Syrians claim that the Israeli Prime Minister has made an offer to withdraw from the Golan Heights. Is there truth in any of these reports? And why would Assad make overtures for peace? Answers to these questions and more on Link TV's Mosaic Intelligence Report.
This week, Syria made news headlines not once, but twice. One headline implicated it in enriching uranium and involved the CIA, confirming to Congress that the target of a mysterious Israeli air raid in northern Syria on September 6, 2007 was a reactor built with North Korean help.
The story is not accurate at all of the Washington Post. They just show a building and they say, look, this building is in a secret location in the Syrian desert, and yet these photos were taken by a commercial satellite service. And when I noted to them that this supposedly strategic building of Syria does not have a single security guard around it, no barbed wires, no anti-aircraft missiles, no security whatsoever, I told them, isn't that a little bit strange for a strategic building, a nuclear reactor that is supposed to produce plutonium? They didn't have an answer.
The second headline, which in my opinion is the most intriguing one, was about a claim recently made by the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad that Ehud Olmert, Israel's Prime Minister, has made an offer to withdraw from Syria's Golan Heights in exchange for a peace deal with Damascus. Direct and indirect peace negotiations between Syria and Israel are not something new. In 1991, Syrian and Israeli officials confronted each other at the Madrid Peace Conference, exchanging charges and accusations. Then there were the formal US-sponsored Israel-Syria talks, which nearly resulted in an agreement in 2000, but broke down over final border and peace arrangements. But what's different about these new peace overtures is the fact that they are being done through the media.
If we want to take Syria out of the axis of evil and to strengthen the axis of peace and to get on the path of peace with the Palestinians and the Arab nations, we will have to give back the Golan Heights. It is not simple. It is not easy. I know the significance of it, but in exchange for true peace with Syria and overall peace with the Arabs, I think we are better off with this option than not having peace and have the Golan Heights.
First, the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad appeared on Syrian national television, hinting about talks taking place through a third party. Shortly after, the Syrian newspaper Al-Watan reports that the Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan called the Syrian president and informed him of Olmert's willingness to fully withdraw from the Golan Heights in exchange for a peace agreement. A day later, Buthayna Sha'ban, Syria's Minister for Expatriate Affairs, spoke about the offer on Al Jazeera.
The Turkish Prime Minister told the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad that Olmert is ready for peace with Syria, based on international agreements and the full return of the Golan Heights to Syria.
If you are familiar with Syrian media like I am, you may worry about what the Syrian government might have omitted or censored. But in this case, they have been going out of their way to leak news of Ankara's efforts to facilitate a deal on the Golan. Does Assad want to distract the world from revelations in Washington about his ties to North Korea? Was the mysterious liquidation of Hezbollah's Imad Mughniya in Damascus Assad's way of signaling a readiness to break with Hassan Nasrallah and Iran? Or was it the utter failure of the Arab Summit, which was marked by snubs by leaders of regional heavyweights, Saudi Arabia and Egypt? I believe it's the latter. Al-Assad, or the Lion in English, has decided to follow the route of the late Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and play it solo, away from those who have shunned and isolated him. The only obstacle is Iran. But again, following Sadat's model, it seems that Bashar al-Assad is willing to join the American camp in the Middle East by talking to Turkey and Israel. Will Assad forsake his benefactor, Iran? I'm Jamal Dajani for the Mosaic Intelligence Report. To learn more about this program or to share your thoughts, visit us at linktv.org/mosaic.
This program was brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only U.S. television network devoted to global and national news, with uncompromising documentaries and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.